Good morning, friends, and welcome back. I can't even tell you if it's been 2 weeks or 3 weeks since I made a video. That's how busy it's been. So today I want to show you how I took this hanging bauble and turned it into this hanging bauble, and I'll show you how I put so much fire on the inside of this. You can see the outside's quite sparkly and blingy too, but that inside is beautiful when you put a candle in it, whether it's daylight or nighttime. And I will show you how to decoupage it, cover it with this pretty fabric and ribbons, and of course add that glitter on the inside so that stays safe. Here it is in the dark. So while you are looking at the inside of this with that beautiful crushed glass that is looking so sparkly with the candle lit, I'm going to mention two things. First, don't forget about my book, Successful Decoupage Every Time. That's actually an ebook, and you can get a free download. I'll put the link down below to turn your smartphone, your iPad, your smart device into a Kindle. That's free. And then you can get my book or several other books that you just download right to your computer, your iPad, your iPhone, or smart device. And the links in it will take you right back to videos to better show you what I'm talking about in the book. And I answer most of, if not all of, your most important questions, the ones I get over and over again. So guys, I'll put a timestamp down below if you want to fast forward through this, but some of you might want to know about this. I've been talking about it for a while. This is my new studio. Don't mind that light hanging out of the ceiling up there. We'll be putting another bed in, but a smaller, brand new bed, and it's going to just be as pretty as a girly room as it can be. And this is where I store my napkins. So this is quite disheveled, I know, but this has been laying over the dining room table, and the dining room actually looks like a hoard house right now. Hoard. H-O-A-R-D, don't mix that up. A hoard house. There's just things all over that need to go back into this studio. So we were planning on moving, then COVID hit, everything got jumbled up and changed around, so we decided to stay and just paint this room, which we did, this lovely soothing color, brand new curtains, painted the ceiling, put new floors in. This is a brand new little thing I got, it's not that little, at Hobby Lobby yesterday. Can't you just spend all day in a Hobby Lobby? It's amazing to me how many hours go by before I say, I better get out of here. So I'm looking forward to my new studio. I will show you the whole thing when it's all done, but the floors and the walls and ceilings, they're all finished with brand new curtains. It smells so clean in here. Very excited about this. And look what I see outside the window. These guys are always hanging out outside of our house. So since COVID hit, we couldn't move. There were too many things got jammed up. Then the prices of homes, especially in New Jersey, you see this crack in the window? You know I'm going to paint that and cover it up. Much to my husband's chagrin. We're getting it replaced. But I did want to show you the studio, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I'll show you that when it's done. Okay. So back to our regularly scheduled program. Here is the glass bauble that I started with. And I'm using that word bauble because I don't know what else to call it. I will put a link down below for it, right along with my book. I will put a link below for this. This is actually crushed glass. And I will also put a link down below for the matte medium that is to go on the inside of this so that the crushed glass will stick to the inside. So let's just take our brush and cover the whole inside of this. And now I'm going to take a small sponge roller and I'm going to roll it all around the inside just to make sure I have every part of this glass covered, and it'll be pretty smooth. I didn't want to use the sponge brush right up front as the first step. I wanted to make sure that I got a good amount of this matte medium on the inside here, and then the sponge is more just to give it a very uniform, even coating. You can see under the light how this crushed glass really catches the light, and I'm a little cautious about using this because it is crushed glass. You don't want it around pets or children, and you want to be careful yourself when you're using it. I'm going to move it all around the inside of this. I will let the excess go back into the jar, and any little tiny bit that might spill over, or if I get some outside of the jar, I'm just going to take a damp disposable wipe and wipe it up and throw it away. So I just left this out for maybe an hour to dry on the inside, and you don't have to worry about heat or flame in here. You can use an artificial candle, or you can use real candle, the real flame. You don't have to worry about anything melting on the inside or the outside for that matter once we decoupage. And just to be on the safe side, I added a little bit more of that gel medium right around the inside rim, and then a little bit more crushed glass. I will have the links for it down below. Just doing a little bit of slow-mo on pouring that glitter or glass back in there because it's so pretty. Now I'm just going to roll this around, make sure that whole inside is covered, and get on with the decoupage. Once I separated the napkin top from the other two plies, I took my napkin decoupage glue, and the only napkin decoupage glue that I use is the Deco Art napkin decoupage glue, and I am not too concerned with wrinkles on this particular piece because we're going to cover it with this beautiful sheer fabric, and you won't be able to see napkins anyway, wrinkles anyway. So I just placed the napkin down over the surface, and I took the napkin decoupage glue, and you can see it sinks right on through the paper, and I applied one piece at a time, going all around this until I was covered. Until the whole piece was covered. I love that there were these two colors of orange and pink in here. Believe it or not, orange is probably my least favorite color, and pink is my favorite, pastel. But when you put the two of these together, they're very close on the color wheel. When you put the two of them together, they actually make a beautiful color. And I was looking more towards this as a fall project because with the fall coming up, we're going to see a lot of amber and some orange and burgundy and green, you know, all of those fall colors. On those days, I do love the orange. I think I just have the idea of Howard Johnson stuck in my head for orange. So that's why I have a little bit of a pet peeve with the color orange. But fall, when it comes to the fall leaves and the season, it is quite beautiful out there. So what I'm going to do is cover the whole piece, and I am covering the bottom. And you can see I'm just laying the napkins down, and the napkin decoupage glue will go right on through it. And I'm going to cover this whole piece, going all around it. And on this particular napkin, only this one piece up in the front has gold flecks on it. And I put about 2 or 3 layers of these napkin strips on top of each other. So what I did was I just saved the gold fleck panels for the very outside, and that's again not even that necessary. So here's what this looks like when it's all done. It almost looks a little bit like a sloppy paper mache, and because we're covering it, I'm not worried about those wrinkles. I'm going to put this aside to dry. The inside is almost dry now. The color is looking really pretty, but it does dry down to a different color, and then I'm going to file away what is left around the inside. So let's put this aside to dry, and you can see how this color really changed once it darkened. It's got a little bit more of the orange to it, but that's okay. I think that's actually a little bit more in alignment with the fall colors. So now the next thing I'm going to do, because this is dry, is I am going to take this fabric that I got. Of course, you can use any sheer fabric that you have. I'm not sure if I got this at Joann's, at Hobby Lobby. It was someplace where I could see all of this brilliance sparkling underneath those lights. They know what they're doing in those stores. They're diabolical. And I bought this fabric, which I had no use for, but I said I will find some way to use it. because it was so pretty. And what I did, I bought about a yard of it, and it's got, again, some gold, I'd say more like sequins on it, because they're kind of larger chunks than glitter, and pearls, and you can't go wrong with gold and pearls. And I'm going to wrap it around the outside of this, and up at the top here I'm taking some very sheer ribbon in similar colors, and I'm going to tie it very tight. I'm leaving a little bit of excess up there, and I will do the same thing down at the bottom. I actually used another ribbon in a solid color just to give it a little bit more body up there. And that longer piece that I'm holding up in front right there that I just let down, that is the piece that I'm going to use to hang this. So you want to make sure you have one very long piece, or as long as you want it to hang from the ceiling or some other place that you would put it. So what I'm going to do is, because we need to be able to put the candle inside, I am going to put a bead of E6000 glue all around the outside, because that is going to hold anything into place. And I took this, I have a bamboo skewer in my hand there, so once I added this bead of glue all around the outside, I took the bamboo skewer and I rolled it, and that was to make sure that the bead of glue went completely flat so that I wouldn't have any clumps of glue, and it also helped to lay this fabric down over the glue. I then let this dry, and that did take a couple of hours. E6000 is excellent glue, but it takes a while to dry. I cut out as much as I could from the inside. You believe I hated wasting even this little piece of the fabric? It still got pearls and glitter on it. And then what I did was I was able to easily file away these excess pieces. You just want to make some little cuts in there so that you don't pull away any of the fabric from the glass. So I just went all around and I made tiny little cuts all over. And it was very easy to file this excess away, but you want to be careful. Make sure you're going in one direction only, and that direction has to be in, down. And you really just want a nice smooth edge. With this, it would also pull the fabric away if you went back and forth. So just go in one direction all the way around, and the fabric comes away really easily. And look what we have. How pretty is that? Not because I made it, I'm just saying that I think it's so beautiful with all of the sparkles on the inside. The color has lightened up again. I don't know if it changes depending on the day or the light. I've been keeping it pretty much in the same light though. But look at those pretty colors, very fall yet feminine. Of course, we've got the ribbon and the tulle with the pearls and the gold sequins on there, and the inside is just beautiful. You can see I made this nice and long to hang it up. This will hang from the bottom, and I'll show you this hanging up in a pitch black room so that you can see it with the candle in it. And here we are. You can see all of that sparkle on the inside. The flame, I let this burn for like an hour. It didn't hurt anything on the inside or the outside. And you can see right here, you see there's a little bit of a diagonal line right there. I'm not sure what happened. I think I was working from the back and thought it was facing one way, and it was really... So look at the beautiful glitter on this. For me, that's everything when it comes to the holidays, the glitter. So guys, I hope you're all doing okay out there. It's been a rough couple of years all over the place, it seems, right? So I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope these videos bring you a little bit of relief from the everyday stresses we all face, and I hope you guys are subscribed. I also have a page on Facebook called Upcycle with Decoupage. If you go over and like and follow that page, Facebook will automatically notify you when I put a new video up so that you don't miss anything. And let me know if I can help you out. The links for these products will be down below if I can find them. I am not making any money from Hobby Lobby or Joann's or anybody's. I just love going into Hobby Lobby and getting so many of these things. So my friends, it's been my pleasure to bring this to you this week. I'll see if I can get to you next week, if not the week after. So busy this year. Is it just me, or are some of you experiencing that too? All right, my friends, I will chat with you soon. Hope you enjoyed seeing that little bit of the studio and enjoy the upcoming fall weather. If you're here in the United States, I'll probably show you some of the pictures because we're going to have some beautiful foliage even in our backyard just within weeks. So chat with you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.